Alright, so I'm making another video about Flat Earth today. Check out my search, I just got in yesterday. Loading CGI 66% complete, and it even came with the Earth is flat hashtag. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna be reading from the Synthetic Astronomy by Samuel Burley Robotham. Alright, it's gonna be page 123 is where I'm gonna start. That's the causal tides. That's what I'm making this video about. So let's get into it. It has been shown that the doctrine of the Earth's rotundity is simply a plausible theory having no practical foundation. All ideas, therefore, of center of attraction of gravitation, mutual mass attraction of Earth and Moon, etc., as started the Newtonian hypothesis, must be given up and the color tides in the ocean sought in some other direction. Before commencing such an inquiry, however, it will be useful to point out a few of the difficulties which render the theory contradictory and therefore false and worthless. First, the intensity of attraction of bodies on each other is affirmed to be proportional to bulk. Second, the Earth is affirmed to be much larger than the Moon. The mass of the Moon, according to, and I might not say this word right, Lindeno, is 1/87th of the mass of the Earth. Then after those quotes, it has a 1 on the top right. Not sure what that means. And therefore to have much the greatest attractive power. Alright. How then is it possible for the Moon with only 1/87th part of the attractive power of the Earth to lift up the waters of the ocean and draw them towards herself? In other words, how can the lesser power overcome the greater? Third, it is affirmed that the intensity of attraction increases with proximity, and vice versa. How then, when the waters are drawn by the Moon from their bed and away from the Earth's attraction, which at the greater distance from the center is considerably diminished, while that of the Moon is proportionally increased, is it possible that all the waters acted on should be prevented, leaving the Earth and flying away to the Moon? If the Moon has power of attraction sufficient to lift the waters of the Earth at all, even a single inch from the deepest receptacles, where the Earth's attraction is much the greater, there is nothing in the theory of attraction of gravitation to prevent her taking to herself all the waters which come within her influence. Let the smaller body once overcome the power of the larger, and the power of the smaller becomes greater than when it first operated, because the matter acted on is nearer to it. Proximity is greater, and therefore power is greater. Fourth, the maximum power of the Moon is affirmed to operate when on the meridian of any place. How then can the waters of the ocean immediately underneath the Moon flow towards the shores and so cause a flood tide? Water flows, it is said, through the law of gravity or attraction of the Earth's center. Is it possible then, the Moon having once overcome the power of the Earth, to let go her hold upon the waters through the influence of power which she had conquered and which therefore is less than her own? Again, if the Moon really draws the water of the ocean towards herself, can she take them to her own meridian and increase their altitude without depressing or lowering the level of the waters in the places beyond the reach of her influence? Alright, I'm going to stop there. Alright, so here we see that these so-called scientists and their really large math equations that they like to bring in doesn't match up when you actually start looking at it. So with that, that's that's what I wanted to make the video on about tides, and I'm gonna be doing more research see if I can find out what exactly may cause the tides, or what things cause the tides. Might be a better way to word it, I don't know. I will check. But I wanted to show y'all a picture. Let me find it. Picture I took and I just got on the a picture I took and I just got developed yesterday or last night. It might have been no, it's still daytime. But Alright, so they say the moon is like way away from Earth, right? But, and you can check out my other videos and you can get some, well, my first video on flat Earth, and you could get a hint like that I actually made. By me speaking, you can see the explanation of this picture in a greater light. But, so they say that the moon is way away from the Earth, right? Alright. You can't see this picture clear. I took it with iPhone 7, but, can you see that? You see it? There was literally a cloud that was partially behind the moon, proving that the moon ain't as far as they say it is, and it's like the Bible says it is. I don't want to misquote the Bible, so let me get it real quick. One moment. Oh, and I fell under. One moment. One moment, guys and girls and men and women. Alright. We'll go to Genesis 1. Alright. Now let's see. Alright, verse 14 of Genesis chapter 1. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Verse 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. Alright, so the moon is placed in the firmament. In the firmament, rather. So, see? Flat Earth, the Bible, is great, y'all, and don't be deceived by what they tell you. Study, do your research, because it's some amazing truth that they've been hiding from y'all. And with that, I'll end this video.